am an Amazon associate. I do have affiliate links to some of the products that I introduced today. If you click my link and make a purchase, I may make a commission out of it and no extra cost to you.
Hi, today I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my everyday kind of makeup, but just with eyelashes and eyeliner. And then if you want to see that, you can stay tuned. So in a lot of my recent content posts, I've been wearing this foundation and it looks, I don't know, it looks very, like it's not matte, but it's not too like dewy, but it just gives my skin a really nice complexion and it covers what it needs to cover. And it's also waterproof, which I cannot show you right now. Typically, if I do my everyday makeup, I actually don't put on the eyelashes or any eyeliner at all. I just do all the other steps minus that. So I use the pink underneath my eyes. This helps brighten my under eyes before the foundation goes in. My favorite foundation at the moment that I wear every day is called the T-Fit Concealer Wheel, which looks like this. And I'm kind of in between the middle color and the dark color. So I grab mostly the middle color and a little bit of the dark color, blend it together. And I really like it because it's waterproof. It covers pretty well. And it feels lightweight. And I noticed I've been using it on a lot of my content videos lately. And it seems like y'all like it a lot. So this is what it is. And then after you laid everything down and blend it well, this is what it looks like. I'm gonna do my cream contour. And then I typically blend it pretty harsh instead of packing it because I don't want to go too crazy since it's my everyday makeup. Whatever's left over, I put on my forehead. Whatever's remaining is gonna go under here. I also like to contour my nose, so with a shadow fluffy brush, I'm gonna go about here, all the way down here. And I don't pick up too much because I don't want to go too crazy. I just want a slight dimension on my nose, but without being too like chiseled. I also use the same brush and I go right here with the cream contour. I was using this brush to lay down the foundation. I'm just gonna grab the slightest touch and go right here so I could give my cheekbone a more lifted look. I go in with my MAC Studio Fix powders. This is from my makeup kit, so it actually comes in a compact. I'm gonna use the NC20 and go a little bit over the contour areas, like the contour and highlight areas where I put the foundation. There's like a line, so I like to go over it to blend it. I'm not essentially trying to make it look too, highlighted or too contoured because it's my everyday makeup. I want it to be very blended instead. Same brush, I'm gonna go in with MAC Studio Fix C6. Go over the contour areas, but in a blended, I don't know, you just try to mesh the light and the dark colors together with the powders. To me, I feel like it blends better that way and looks dimensional, but without being too overly highlighted and contoured, if that makes sense. I'll grab some of that C6 and go right here. If you see that, it looks much more blended rather than a really huge contrast between highlight and contour. For my eyebrows, I don't like to go or do anything crazy. I just use an angled brush and powder. So eyeshadow, and I just do something like this, whatever shape that I could get. I try to go fluffier in the front and more dense in the back. So after I get a certain shape that looks right, then we'll let that be. So I typically do not carve my eyebrows as my everyday makeup. So that's not what I'm gonna do today. But it seems like y'all like this kind of makeup for some odd reason, even though I work really hard to show my bridal work for you guys, but you guys seem to like my everyday makeup, so here it goes. I'll be using the Gerard's Cosmetics Eternal eyeliner. I typically put it underneath my eyelids if I'm gonna wear eyelashes. I had a video where I posted using the DIY lashes instead of false eyelashes, so since I'm out of that, I'm just gonna do a strip falsie today. I think the difference between the DIY lashes versus the strip lashes is that it looks more natural depending on how you layer it. So I have another video on how to put those on. If you want to watch it, you could look down in the description. I'll link it below. Today I'm going to be using AVM Lashes in the style Meesa. So this is what Meesa looks like on one eye compared to my blank eye with just a little bit of eyeliner. Pretty natural looking, right? So I have it ready to go on. I typically look down at my mirror and put it in. I like to go on my inner corner, then to my outer corner after I shape it.
And make sure you get as close to the lash.
The base of the lash, and then because I put it on while it's pretty tacky, I like to have the eyelashes like put on more higher, like more higher like this, so it could give me a more lifted eye. To play around with it for a bit and adjust to doing that. Take some time and practice, but I feel like doing that makes the eyes definitely look bigger. Like it for my lip color, I don't really like it to be too dark for my everyday makeup, so I'm using MAC's color in Oak. My other favorite one is Cork, but Cork is a bit darker than this. For my everyday makeup, I've been liking the Fix Stay Over Alcohol Free Long Lasting Setting Spray, and it's just a moisturizing setting spray. So this is me with a lot of powders. I typically don't bake for my everyday makeup, but I do like it to be like dewy and set.
Oh. I go pretty hard with this. And make sure I spray under my neck.
It just puts everything together. So as like an everyday thing, my eyes right here, I put some foundation over it, but it creases often. So I swipe off the excess that's in the crease so it could blend better. For some odd reason, when I go into a wedding and I ask a client, hey, what kind of makeup or eyeshadow color do you guys want to use? I typically come in like this when I arrive to a wedding and they think that I'm wearing some kind of eyeshadow color, but it's secretly my dark under eyes, just covered with concealer, foundation, and powder. And it is on the darker side, and I know, but sorry, unless if you don't get any sleep, you're not gonna get that eyeshadow color like me. Today's color contacts are from Moodylense. It is in the color Tea Brown. It looks very natural with a pop of color, which is totally my style. I do have a coupon code for it. I put it in the description. If you want to make a purchase, you could get a discount using my code. Also, please visit my blog. I have a lot of skincare, makeup, and beauty related stuff reviewed for you. If you want to check that out, it's linked below. And of course, don't forget to follow me on my socials. They're all linked below. And stay tuned. Follow up for my new videos. And I'll see you guys next time.